Welcome students. In this video today we will learn the another type of cross, that is dihybrid cross. In our previous video also we have learned about the monohybrid cross. So in that monohybrid cross we are considering only one character. So in this dihybrid cross we will consider only two characters. Means it is having one character and another one is contrasting character, means two different characters we will consider in this video. Okay, so dihybrid cross means a cross between parents differing in two heritable traits. This is important. Two heritable traits means those heritable traits which are transferring from parents to filials, means next generation. Okay, so first we will take two characters. Any two characters we can consider. In this we will learn, we will take one example, that is height of the plant and color, okay, of the flower. So suppose parents, we will say parents. Parents is denoted by capital P. Okay, so parental generation is having the dominant character. One is dominant, another one is recessive. So homozygous tall, we will take homozygous tall and purple. Okay, it was crossed with homozygous dwarf and white. Homozygous dwarf and white. Tall is having contrasting character dwarf and purple is having, color of the flower is having the white color in that plant. Okay, so these are both, this is one character, this is another character, and these are also the contrasting characters for them. Okay, so what we will do, we will write down the, this is the phenotype also. Okay, phenotype also, and we will write down the genotypes also. So what are the genotypes? Tallness is denoted by capital T, and purple is denoted by capital P, that was crossed with. Dwarf is denoted by small t, white is denoted by small p and small p. Okay, so these are two parents or two genotypes for them. So we will do the crossing, and what we will get from this, if we will do the cross. Okay, so which type of cross we will get? We have to write down the genotypes in that Punnett square also. Okay, so this T and P, if we will cross this T with P, we will get TP. Again this T with this P, again we will get TP. This P will cross with this, so again we will get TP, and this P will cross with this, so TP. Means overall 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 TPs are there. So we can write down directly TP into 4. And here also same thing will happen. Okay. This will cross with this small t and small p. This will cross with this small t and small p. The same thing happens here, small t and small p. This and this. Small t, small p. Sorry. Okay. This will cross with this. Okay. So what happened there? Again it will write down TP and 4. TP into 4 means 4 TP same are there. So for our purpose, our understanding purpose, we can rub this and we will only write down TP and TP. Okay. So these TP and TP 4 times are there. We can put these things in the checker box. So what we will get? Here we will write down the male gametes. Here we will write down the female gametes. TP. These all are dominant. TP. Okay. Again these are recessive or female characters. So we will write down here also small t, small p. So we will get all the characters like this. Okay. Capital T, small t, capital P, small p. Here also capital T, capital P, small p. Same here. In each box we will get the same characters. Here also small p. Here capital T, dwarfness means recessive, purple and white. tallness, dwarfness, purple, white. Again we will get tallness, dwarfness, purple and white. Everywhere we will get the same characters because all are same. Okay, so we will write down the same here also because this is T, and from this way we can write down this way. It is purple dominant, here is recessive, tall from this way, dwarf from this way, P from this way and white from this way. Okay, T, P, P, capital P and dwarf. So like that we got all the characters or all the genotypes here as a dominant, means everyone is having tallness and purpleness, tallness and purpleness. Each Punnett square is having this tallness and purpleness. So if we will count the phenotypic ratio for the F1 generation, this is the F1 generation. Okay, F1 generation. If we will cross them, okay, so if we will cross them, all them T, T, P and P. Okay, so this is F1 generation. So phenotypic ratio. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 into 4, 16. So 16 all are dominant. So always we are writing dominant first and later we are writing recessive. So no one is no genotype is having recessive here. So all are 16:0 is the phenotypic ratio for the dihybrid cross for F1 generation. In F1 generation. Okay. And what is genotypic ratio? It is also the same ratio. So if we will write down genotypic ratios. So it is also same 16:0. And which type of gametes are there? These are heterozygous, tall and purple, means these are heterozygous, tall and purple. Tall and purple means all are there. We can write down capital T, small t, capital P, small p. These are the genotypes. Okay, so all are having tallness and purpleness, but they are not exactly same like their parents. Okay, because parents are homozygous tall and purple, but the progenies in F1 generation are they are having the heterozygous tall and purpleness. Okay, now we will see what happens in F2 generation. Okay, so we will rub these things. So this is the one gamete which is having one progeny, F1 generation, which is having tallness and purpleness. So we will do selfing in this. Okay. So we will do the selfing, F2 generation. Okay. After the selfing. What happens in selfing? We have to cross this F1 generation with the same. So what we will get? These are the parents, capital T, small t, capital P and small p. This is one parent. We are doing the same parent for crossing purpose. We are taking. So capital T, small t, capital P, small p. Okay. So these are the two parents. So which type of gametes we will have? So we will get that this T will cross with this P. Okay. This T will cross with this P. So capital T and capital P. Okay. We can write down like this. Okay. Now this T will cross with this P, means one is dominant, another one is dwarf. This T will cross with this purple. So small t and dominant purple, and this T will cross with this white. So small t and small p. Means these 4 type of gametes we are getting here. Okay, we can write circle in circles so we will not get confused. Okay. Okay. Same thing here also we will get, because all these gametes are having same things. Okay, so we will write down the same thing. This will cross with this capital T, capital P. This will cross with this capital T and white. This T will cross with this P, small t and capital P, and this T will cross with this P, dwarfness. Both are having small t, means dwarf, and purple. Okay, so again we will write down in the circle. What happened in that? Then these gametes we have to use in the checker box. Okay, so we will write down these same gametes in the checker box. Here we will write down the male gamete, here female gametes. Okay, so here dominant we will write down first capital T, capital P, here capital T, and dwarfness here, so small p. Here small t is there and purple is dominant. Here both are recessive. Okay, the same thing here we have to write down capital T, capital P, capital T, small p. Here small t and capital P, small t and small p. So we have to write down the gametes what are present here. Okay, so this T and this T means both are dominant. Here also both are dominant. Then here we will write down the next capital T, capital T. Again both are having, this is recessive, so this is dominant, another one is recessive. Again one is dominant, another one is recessive, another one dominant, and this is also purple dominant. Here capital T, here dwarfness is there, purple, and here also white color is there. Okay, here we will write down capital T, purple and white. Capital T, both are recessive. Then capital T and dwarfness, one is purple, another one is white. Again this is the same, both are the white color here. We can write down capital T and dwarfness, both are purple. Here also capital T, small t. Here one is purple, another one is white. Here again we will write down both are dwarf, and here both are purple. Here also both are dwarf, and both, one is purple, another one is white. Okay, here one is tall, another one is dwarf, and one is again purple and another one is white. Here T, one is tall, another one is dwarf, and both are the dwarf. Here both are dwarf and one is purple, another one is white. Here we can write down both are dwarf and both are white. So this is about different types of gametes we got in this dihybrid cross. So let's see, we will write down which type of different phenotypes we will get from this. So in F2 generation, this is F2 generation. First we will count that type of gametes which are having tall and purple also. So we can write down tall and purple. We will count which type of these are having. So this is also one, so we can write down one star here, tall and purple, because both are there. Another one is there which is having tall and purple. Okay, so this is also second, tall and purple, tall and purple. Because at least one character is dominant, it will show the tallness, and another one is one dominant purple, so it will show the purpleness also, dominant. Here also, here no, purple is not present, here is recessive, so white colors. Here tall and purple, here tall and purple one is there. Here also we will get tall and purple, here we will get tall and purple. and anywhere we will not get the tall and purple. So we will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we got 9 tall and purples. Second phenotype we will count the tall and white. Tall and white means that type of plants which are having tallness also and white color also. White color flower and tallness also present in that plant. So tall and white, which is having at least tallness and white, means white shows the small p. Okay. So tall is there and white is there. So here tall is there and both are recessive, means it shows that white. So we will write down the triangle. Okay. Or we can do the circle here. Okay. For our purpose. Again here tall and white. Here also we can get tall and white. Another one is there. Here dwarf is there. Tall and white. Here also we will get 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Third type of character is there. This is one character. Another one character. Third type of characters we will see that. That type of plants which are having short size and purple color. Okay. Third type of characters. So dwarf and they are having the purple color. So purple. So dwarf is shown by the small t and purple is shown by capital P. So this is 1. So we will do the box. Okay. Here dwarfness and purple, again we will do the box. Here dwarf and purple, here also we will do the box. So 1, 2 and 3. No places are here present other than this. So here 3 are there. And last one is there. That type of plants which we will get, it is having short height also and white flowers also. Okay. So fourth type of phenotype is there. Dwarf and white. So only one is there. Okay. Okay. So only one is there which is having the dwarfness also and white also flowers. So only one. So if we will write down the phenotypic ratio for the F2 generation. So phenotypic ratio is shown by 9:3:3:1. So this is the phenotypic ratio for F2 generations in dihybrid cross. Okay. And the gametes, we are knowing all these gametes, means this capital T, small capital P for dwarf, tallness and white, like that all the gametes are present. So for F1 generation, it is present that 16:0 ratio for genotype and phenotypes. And here also F2 generation, we are getting the phenotypic ratio that 9:3:3:1. This is shown in the dihybrid cross. When we are considering two different contrasting characters, any two different contrasting characters we are considering. So thank you students. In next video we will see another one important point from the genetics topics. Thank you.